Hello and welcome to the first in a series of little videos that talks with a franchisor about the whole journey from starting with an idea through to developing it, launching it, growing it and moving forwards. And I'm talking with Rebecca Newenham, who is the very go-ahead CEO and founder of Get Ahead VA, which stands for Virtual Assistant. And she and I have talked to each other over a number of years now about the journey into and the progression into franchising. And so in this first little cameo, I have one big question for you. Why did you? What prompted you?
Oh, the big question. Yeah, lovely to be here, Nick. Thank you. Yeah, for me, I had set my business up in 2010. So for 5 years, it was me running it, growing a team of freelancers. But I'm based in Guildford in Surrey. Although we've always had a UK-wide client base, there was always a feeling of actually, I knew the power of networking and that people need to know, like, and trust you. So it was all me reviewing the business as a whole and thinking, well, how can I broaden that? How can I get that network around the country where we're meeting people face to face a little bit more? So that's where franchising came in as an option, because I was really quizzing the thought of actually, we've got a strong, solid business model, but how can I make it work even better in different regions? So that regional piece was where franchising came in. Originally, I thought, well, I could pay for someone to network for me, build connections and get momentum that way. And we did trial that in Bristol. And although that was fine, I didn't quite have the control that I felt I could have if I was looking at franchising.
Might be helpful for people to understand the service that you offer to your clients and customers.
Yes, absolutely. So our clients are busy business owners and we provide them with a range of remote outsource support. So telephone answering, providing them with a dedicated virtual assistant right through to social media, marketing and PR. So a suite of services offering that support, but all done remotely. So actually it doesn't matter where our team are based or where our clients are.
So it's a bit like a concierge service. The client phones up and says, I've got this problem, can you solve it? And does that mean, therefore, it could be an extremely wide number of challenges that you're presented with on a daily basis, so that you have to choose which of your franchisees might solve that issue for the client? Or how does it work?
Yeah, so the franchisees, we call them regional directors, they run a defined territory. They will meet the clients that need the help, and then they will match those clients with our pool of over 40 business specialists who are all freelance. So for us, you can support as many clients as you need. It's scalable, and that's the bit that's always been really appealing. But you're right, we're very much a sort of the matching concierge style service where we find the best person, but it's based on personality as well as skill set, because that was something that I recognised very early on, that you can't just assume that one person would fit the solution just because they might have the skill set. Actually, we all appreciate the personality fit's important as well.
So this is really clever, isn't it? Because what you've done is you've built a pool of expertise, self-employed people who your network of regional directors can tap into.
Yes.
So your franchisee is primarily going to be a person like yourself, who's a personable person, a networker,
yes.
self-starter, driven, but possibly also having to fit in the role of multitasking parent, stroke carer, stroke whatever. Are all your franchisees ladies?
Yes, yeah, they are at the moment. So that's an interesting one. So they all come from a wide corporate background, generally, marketeers, HR, but you're right, they want to be their own boss, manage their own business, but they like the fact that it's tried and tested. And that's where the franchising piece came in. We work quite well at looking at how the model could formulate. And I know we're going to talk about that in another session of these, actually, why franchising was right. But I think a lot of people have possibly negative connotations sometimes around franchising. They see the greedy franchise owner that wants the cash and then they're never heard from again. So I was very strong about making sure that the fit and the marketing around our offering was correct.
Lovely. This conversation could go on and on, because I ask you a question, you give me an answer, and there's more to come. So although we think like 7 or 8 little cameos, it could be more. We've done a nice little starter here. To summarize it, you'd been running a business for a period of time.
Yes.
You'd grown it, you had put in some systems, you had your infrastructure organized, you knew what you were doing.
No, and I think that's really important, Nick, isn't it? It's about me having lived and breathed it already before I looked at the next step, rather than going straight in and thinking, how can I scale it?
Yeah. I mean, that's an utterly crucial thing. If you hadn't proven it, if you hadn't had the sleepless nights, if you haven't had the problems that you've been able to overcome, you can't really add the value to the franchisee that you should be.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So you reached that point, you thought, what the heck can I do next? And light bulb moment, you investigated franchising.
I did. Ching. Yeah.
Ching. And on that happy note, I think we should pause for a while, go and get a coffee until the next time. Rebecca, thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, Nick.